Hello everyone, you're welcome to today's episode of Life Hacks with Elvira Jordan. Today on Life Hacks, we'll be talking about 15 secrets to a happy life. 15 secrets to a happy life. But before we go into the life hack for today, I want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with your friends so they can also learn from the content that we're putting out here today. And if you also have something to share about today's life hack, or you have an idea of something you want to learn on this channel, do well to leave a comment in the comment section and I'll be replying you as soon as you do. So moving to today's life hack, 15 secrets to a happy life.
Now, the number one secret to a happy life that I have here is that you should never regret anything in life. Never regret anything in life. You can't change the past, but you can certainly do something about the future. Don't live in regrets. If you want to live a happy life, you have to walk away from the past. Stop regretting, stop living in shame of the things that you've done before just because you did something wrong in your past. No, don't live there. Move ahead. Don't regret anything in life because you can't change the past. But what you can do is you can change the future. You can learn from your past, from the mistakes of your past, to change your future. So, the number one secret to a happy life is to never regret anything in life. You can't change the past, but you can certainly do something about the future. Moving over to number two. The number two secret to a happy life is to force yourself to smile, even if there's nothing to smile about. Force yourself to smile even if there's nothing to smile about. Blood will start flowing into your brain again. There's something about smiling. Let's even forget about the brain first of all. There's something about smiling. When you smile even without having any reason to smile, there's this joy it gives to you. It brings this relaxation to your heart and it brings relaxation to your brain because actually blood flows to your brain because it has this feel good feeling that your brain gets when you wear a smile. A smile is beautiful and it's a very beautiful door to open up beautiful things to yourself. So when you walk, wear a smile. Wherever you go, to wear a smile. Because you're going through something doesn't mean you have to wear this sad and dark look on your face that everybody will just see you and say, oh, definitely this guy has a problem. No matter what, force yourself to smile. Even if you don't feel like it, wear a smile and know that you're more beautiful. Your life will look better when you're smiling. Even if there's nothing to smile about, just smile. So moving over to number three. The number three secret to a happy life is to do something crazy without breaking the law. Of course, do something crazy without breaking the law. You know, if you do something crazy, you will not forget that in a long while and you will smile each time you remember it. If you want to be happy, just do something fun. Do something crazy. Do something that you wouldn't do on a normal day. You can go out and just start running. Yes, you can dance under the rain. It has been raining in Port Harcourt. If you're feeling sad and you want to be happy, you can just go outside into the rain and allow the rain to fall on you for a few minutes. Dance under it. You can play some music in your room and start dancing. You can decide to just do something crazy. When you are alone and you think about that thing you did, that crazy thing you did, you just smile and it will make you feel happy because when you did that happy thing, that thing that is actually crazy to others, it will make you feel happy, and then at the end of the day you will feel lighthearted. You will forget about your problems for that period. And so whenever you think about it, you think about that feeling you had when you did that crazy thing, it just brings that joy all over again. So the number three secret to a happy life is to do something crazy without breaking the law. You will not forget that in a long while, and whenever you remember that thing you did, you will wear a smile on your face. Moving over to number four. The number four secret to a happy life is to help someone in need. Get out and find a beggar or a hungry child and buy him or her a loaf of bread. You don't necessarily have to give money if you want to feel happy, if you want to have happiness in your life. Maybe you're feeling sad because of something that you were not able to do for yourself, or something happened to you that you're not so happy about and you can't help yourself at that moment. Look for someone out there that you can help. It can be in your office. Give something to someone in need. It can be your time. It can be that little effort that you make to assist someone. If there's nobody around you to help or to assist, go out, give something to somebody. You can see a beggar by the road, give them money. Or if you don't want to give money, you can buy something for a beggar. If you see an old lady carrying something that seems too heavy for her, you can help her out. You know, by the time you help someone out and the person says, oh, thank you very much, thank you for helping me, oh, thank you for this, thank you for helping me with that, it makes you feel better and it gives you joy. For the fact that you gave someone joy and the person expressed that joy, it will give you joy as well. So the number 4 secret to a happy life is to help someone in need. Get out and find a beggar or a hungry child and buy him or her a loaf of bread. And remember, you don't necessarily have to give money. Giving can be with your time, with your effort, or your strength. So, moving over to number 5. Okay, the number 5 secret to a happy life is to watch something funny on social media. So, it can be YouTube, it can be Facebook, it can be Twitter. Watch something funny. It will help to change the perspective of things and put you on a laughter trajectory. There's something about social media. You can never run out of something funny on social media. Whenever you're feeling sad and you don't know what to do, just put on your phone, put on your data, and go to YouTube. You will see a lot of funny videos. You will see memes. You will see skits. Social media, especially the Nigerian social media space, can never ever run out of funny things. So you don't have to keep yourself in that sadness and lock yourself in a room because you're feeling sad. No! If there's nothing you can do to uplift your mood, just go on social media. Go to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You will see funny things that will make you laugh. You will see funny things that will make you smile. So the number 5 secret to a happy life is to watch something funny on YouTube or any other social media space. It will help to change the perspective of things and to put you on a laughter mode. Moving over to number 6, whereas number 6, remember an important event that happened in your life sometime in the past and dwell there for a while. It will help to trigger some serotonin and get you back to a happy mood once again. Whenever you're feeling sad and you're feeling like you don't know what you can do to get yourself out of that sadness, but sorry, let me first of all point out that there are some people who actually enjoy being sad. I'm not talking about those people. But if you're someone who is sad or you're feeling down at a particular point in time and you're looking for a way to move yourself out of that sadness, you can just sit back and think about one of the happy moments in your life. It could be something that happened or somewhere you went to. Maybe you had a vacation somewhere or you shared a few minutes with a couple of friends who made you laugh. Just remember that event that made you happy. Pick the happiest memory that you can find and dwell there for a while. Remember how you laughed. Remember how you smiled. Remember what you wore. Remember the feeling surrounding that memory and just stay there for some time and smile. You will see, you will make yourself happy. That happy feeling will just come out again and brings life back to you. So the number 6 secret to a happy life is to remember an event that happened in your life sometime in the past and dwell there for a while. Moving over to number 7. The number 7 secret to a happy life is do not let the past to overtake you, however negative it may seem. You can do better than that. More importantly, the future is always brighter than the past. You remember in number 1 I said you should never regret anything in life. The reason why we regret things that have happened in the past is because we decide to stay in the past, and not just staying in the past, we allow the things that has happened in the past to overtake what we're doing in the present and destroys the future in the process. So if you want to live a happy life, you don't have to let your past to overtake you. The only reason why your past should ever come into the picture in the first place is if you need some lessons from that past, if you need something to learn from that past, or you need to make reference to make your future better or to make your present better. That should be the only time that your past should be allowed into your present. Aside that, don't let your past to overtake you, no matter how negative it is, no matter how bad what has happened to you before was, or no matter how bad, no matter how negative the thing you did before was, you shouldn't let it overtake you. Yes, sometimes the people around you will always remind you of your past. They will always bring it up, especially when you did something wrong to people. They will always remind you that, okay, you were once this and you were once that. But if you will allow them to bring that past and then you seize whatever they brought out of the past to rub on yourself and to let it overtake the person that you are today and to destroy the person that you are in the future, then it is your fault. So the number 7 secret to a happy life: do not let your past to overtake you, no matter how negative it is. You can do better than that. More importantly, the future is always brighter. You should always remember that no matter how the past was, your future, your tomorrow is always brighter. Moving over to number 8. The number 8 secret to a happy life is do not stick your neck out for the mistakes of others. It is not your fault. Let them pay the prices so they can also have the opportunity to learn. Now, this happens to a lot of us who have friends, family members that we love so dearly, that we hold so dearly. So sometimes when they do things that are wrong, we want to take the blame for them. Sometimes we want to take whatever consequences that come out of their mistakes, and that is a very wrong way to live if you want to live a happy life. Why would you take the blame for another person's mistake? Why will you stick your neck out for something someone else did? No, don't do that. No matter how delicate that person is, even if that person is your child, I dare to say, if your child makes a mistake, allow that person to pay for that mistake they made, because it will help them to learn. If you stick your neck out for a family member, a loved one, or a friend for a mistake they made, tomorrow they will make that same mistake again, and you will be forced to stick your neck out for that person again. But if you allow them to face the consequences of that mistake, they will learn from it, and then tomorrow they won't make that mistake. But you who had to stick your neck out for them not to carry the blame of the mistake that they made, the consequences of that mistake will fall on you even when it's not your fault. How can you be happy when you're bearing the burden of another person? How can you be happy when you're bearing the consequences of another person's mistake? Don't do that. So the number 8 secret to a happy life is do not stick your neck out for the mistakes of others. It is not your fault. Let them pay the price so that they can also learn from their mistakes. Moving over to number 9. The number 9 secret to a happy life is don't worry about anything. Worrying will only increase the problem. Instead, get off your worry and do something that will help you or others today. Don't worry about anything. There's something about the mind when we have a problem or we have an issue. There's a very thin line between solving a problem or trying to think of the solution to a problem and worrying over that problem. Now, worrying over that problem seems like, why did this happen to me? Why is this always happening? What am I going to do? What are people going to say about me? Oh my God, this is so bad. This is bad, bad, bad. That is worrying over a problem. But when you're trying to think about a solution, it's like, okay, this thing has happened. Why did this happen? How can I get myself out of it? What can I do to make the situation better? That is looking for a solution to a problem. But most of the time when we find ourselves in such issues because of fear and then living around that problem, we find ourselves worrying about it, turning it over and over in our head, just creating scenarios out of that small problem, making it look bigger and larger, and that is not helping anything. It only increases the problem in your head and makes you feel fear more than you're supposed to in your head. So if you want to live a happy life, if you want to be a happy person, don't allow yourself to worry over issues. Instead of worrying over a problem, think about the solution. Think of what you can do to get yourself out of it. You can also chat with a friend, or you can even do your laundry, go for a walk if you can't get out of your head at that time. Do something to distract yourself from the problem, because if you dwell on the problem at that point in time, you won't be able to look for a solution at all because you're worrying over it. If you find out that you're living in your head, you're living in your mind, and you can't stop yourself from worrying, distract yourself with something. You can distract yourself with a chat, you can distract yourself with social media, taking a walk, seeing a movie, and then when you are calm, you can now sit back to think about your problem and how to solve it. So the number 9 secret to a happy life is to not worry about anything, because worry only increases the problem. Moving over to number 10. Number 10 here says, don't let circumstances to control you. Instead, you should control circumstances by remaining positive about the situations you can't control. Don't allow your circumstance to control you. I know that is actually very difficult sometimes, because when you are in a problem, at that point in time, the problem is in control of you, because you have to look for a way to solve it. But there's a way you can go over that control, that you can actually control the problem, that circumstance, and not letting the circumstance to control you. The only way you can overcome that circumstance is by remaining positive. No matter how bad that problem is, or no matter how difficult that situation is, you should always look on the brighter side. Look for something positive around it. And now there's something I also understand about the law of attraction. The law of attraction always says that when you think positive about something, like if you need something and you picture yourself like you already have that thing, you attract it to you. But if you need something and you're always dwelling on the fact that you don't have that thing, and then you are feeling sad and feeling down about the fact that you can't get that thing, you are repelling that thing away from you. But if you think positive about that thing, give yourself that feeling like you already have this thing. You don't have it yet, you're looking to get it, but you just give yourself that feeling of gratitude, of happiness inside of you, that okay, I already have this thing. You will find out that you attract that thing closer to you. So if you want to live a happy life, don't let your circumstances to control you. Don't allow the things around you to weigh you down, to keep you at a spot. Instead, think about the positive thing around that circumstance. Look for a way to bring out the positivity. No matter how bad something is, there must be a positive angle to it. Pick out that positive angle and expand it, make it grow bigger in your head, and then dwell there. You will find out that instead of that circumstance to make you unhappy, you will become happy. And by becoming happy around that circumstance, you attract the positive part of it to yourself. So the number 10 secret to a happy life is not to allow circumstances to control you. Instead, you should control circumstances by remaining positive about the situations you can't control. Moving over to number 11. The number 11 secret to a happy life is to avoid unhappy people. Just like happiness is infectious, unhappiness is also infectious. Most people will not take your help anyway, so you don't owe them anything. You don't owe anybody anything. Take responsibility for your own happiness. Avoid unhappy people. If you see people who have this negative energy around them, there are some people who will never see something good in a situation. They will never see anything positive. So they want to always remain in that negative vibration. They always want to see things in a negative way. Such people can never be happy. And if you hang around such unhappy people, you will become unhappy as well, because happiness is infectious and so is unhappiness. Don't dwell with unhappy people. There are some unhappy people, rather, some unhappy friends, some unhappy family members. You want to stay around them to make them feel better. You want to cheer them up to make you feel happy. It's good to do that, actually. But when you see that your cheering and your good vibes is not affecting the person, you will find out that their own negative vibes will affect you. So you don't owe anybody to make them feel happy. You don't owe anybody. Take responsibility of your own happiness. When you see negative energy, when you see negative people with unhappy characters, with unhappy way of life, you should be able to move yourself away from that unhappiness and then protect your own happiness and take responsibility of it. Because if you allow another person's unhappiness to affect you, you can never be a happy person. If you want to be a happy person, avoid unhappy people. Avoid people who always complain. Avoid those kind of people who always see the negative in situations. Walk away. Move away from them. Take responsibility of your own happiness. So the number 11 secret to a happy life is to avoid unhappy people, because just like happiness is infectious, unhappiness is also infectious. Moving over to number 12. The number 12 secret to a happy life is: don't wait for someone else to make you happy. Look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you are the happiest person that you've ever seen in the world. Do the things that make you feel good about yourself. Don't wait for people to make you happy. Don't wait for people to commend you. Don't wait for people to tell you you're beautiful. Don't wait for people to tell you you're good before you accept it to yourself. If you put your happiness in the hands of someone else, if you put your happiness and your joy in the hands of another person, you will end up being an unhappy person for the rest of your life, because people cannot make you happy. They can make you happy today, but tomorrow they'll make you sad. And so if you put your unhappiness in their hands and tomorrow they're not doing the things that you expect from them, you will live an unhappy life. Don't put your happiness in the hands of another person. Don't wait for people to make you happy. Make yourself happy. Do the things that will make you happy. Create your room, create your own circle of happiness for yourself, and then anybody that wants to be a part of it, that's quite alright. But you shouldn't rely on people for your happiness, else you will be an unhappy person. Because even people out there, they're looking for people to make themselves happy. They're looking for things to make them happy, and then if they can push you aside to make themselves happy, they will do it in a twinkle of an eye, in a heartbeat. Don't rely on people to make you happy. So number 12 secret to a happy life is: don't wait for someone else to make you happy. Look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself you are the happiest person that you have ever seen. Moving over to number 13. The number 13 secret to a happy life that I love most of all is to avoid silly arguments and contests. There are no winners in an argument. You can never be happy for long at the expense of another person's grief. Forget arguments, especially those social media arguments that you have. Don't, in fact, aside social media arguments, just avoid arguments, avoid contests, avoid unnecessary competition, because there are no winners in it. You only have victims when it comes to arguments and competitions. Why do you compete with people? Why do you want to argue? There's something about argument. There's a negative energy that you get from arguments. So the number 13 secret to a happy life is to avoid silly arguments. There are no winners in an argument. You can never be happy for long at the expense of another person. There's no need for competition or contest. Moving over to number 14. The number 14 secret to a happy life is to love yourself. Love yourself, my dear. It is not selfish to love yourself. You don't owe the world anything, and the world doesn't owe you anything. So don't stress yourself about pleasing people at the expense of your own happiness. Don't be a people pleaser. Don't be a self-sacrificing person because you want to make other people happy. You want to make other people smile. No, prioritize your own happiness. Prioritize yourself. Put yourself first in every situation. Love yourself. That is the number 14 secret to a happy life. Always love yourself. Love yourself. Moving over to number 15 and the last. And the number 15 secret to a happy life, my dear, is to make some money. Make money. People who say money cannot buy happiness, they are joking, because actually money can buy happiness. Money cannot buy everything in life, but money can make you happy. When you have money with you, you feel joyous, you feel happier. When you can afford the things that you want, you can get the things that you want for yourself, you will feel happy. Money can make you so comfortable that even if you are a very sad person, you will feel happy by all means. So number 15 secret to a happy life is to make yourself some money.
Thank you for following today's life hack. I hope you learned something from this. Now I want to hear from you. Tell me what you think about today's life hack or what you would like to learn about on my channel. Until then, I say thank you for being here. Thank you for your support, and do have a lovely day. Bye. From a distance, girl, I'm feeling